Yo, what is good?
Hello,
Welcome.
hello. Thanks for joining us on this marvelous Saturday afternoon.
We are live. Welcome to Married with Issues, issue 63, I believe. I'm
Yes.
Solgr only.
I forgot the volume.
Yeah,
The one
mute
and only
that.
Fuchsia as well. You're here as always. Welcome to this marvelous Saturday
Welcome, welcome. Hope
where
everyone's
it's
having a
nice
good
and
weekend.
hot outside. But the
my
AC is
heck.
working today, so I'm really thankful for that.
It is so hot
Yeah.
here. What was it saying? It was like 102.
I thought you said like 108.
108?
I could have sworn that's what you said. Or was I not listening again?
No, my phone was showing.
I have a terrible habit of not listening. I need to work on
You have
that.
a really bad habit of that.
My bad.
Like,
It's a work in progress.
it is insane.
I don't mean for it to be intentional. I just kind of daydream. I coast off into the abyss of my mind.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Anyways, it's still a good Saturday. It is nice and hot outside.
Yeah.
And the AC is working, so I'm okay with that. The AC feels really
Yeah.
nice right now.
Yeah, that's a blessing for real, because even inside it's been crazy hot. But so yeah, for issue 63 we're gonna be getting it. So last week we fan casted the Sandman
Yes.
Netflix series, upcoming Netflix series of the Sandman. So keeping that going, this week we're gonna fan cast Dr. Doom,
Dr. Von Doom.
specifically the MCU.
Are we doing that after we show books or before?
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah,
I really
after
didn't get
show
too many
books.
books.
Yeah, we
Hey,
get to.
Stay Puft, thanks for joining us. Good to see you, Andy from England.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
It's
Hope you're having a
probably
good
already
weekend.
Sunday where you're at.
Yeah, where he's at. Yeah, it probably is. I bet.
Time goes by too fast, future man.
I know it is crazy hot here, like we were
Yes,
saying.
it is. So you were saying we would show books and then go into our fan casting in Dr. Von Doom?
Yeah, I
I
believe
got
I have that.
3
first.
actors that I think would be really good for Dr. Von Doom.
Yeah,
Are you still?
which we'll get to that.
Oh, that's great. Puff is still alive too. Oh, that's funny.
Wait a minute. Pup is live,
Yeah.
and then in our chat at the same time. That's multitasking on a legendary level.
For real.
I've heard of, I think, one person doing that before, and I think it was Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's a legend.
And and Jeffrey Comic-Con Hansen's in the Hall of Fame.
I gotta pull up. Yeah, because he did his comic book chatting with the community. Yeah, right there. I see he is still alive. He's got G-Man and I can never pronounce his name. Vigilante. The Stone Cold Steve. He's so hilarious.
Yeah.
I love him. And then Jeff Comic.
Yeah, that's a good panel right there.
It is a really good panel. I think they've been going since like 2, because they usually go on at like 1 or 2.
Yeah, they go for a long time.
Is
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, we're live. It's Saturday. If you're listening to this later on podcast format, you can catch the show live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern at
I can only
youtube.com/c/marriedwithissues. And I actually am working on setting up a new merch store too. So we'll be focusing on merch and art and stuff like that.
Yes.
A bit more.
I'm just getting distracted posting in his chat because Stay Puft is awesome.
You want to multitask?
I'm practicing my skills on multitasking so that I can get even better at it. So then I can
So you can listen to me
yeah.
and finally learn how to walk and chew gum at the same time.
I don't
Just
know how to
kidding.
do that. I mean, when
Right.
I'm working on the phones and everything, I'm pretty decent at listening, but for whatever reason, it's just like, maybe if it's the fact that it's been like 7 years that I just kind of go like, oh, yeah, and I just kind of go like, autopilot.
You do.
It
Like
happens all the
that.
time. I swear, it's not like I can't control it. I just,
All right, so getting
Yes.
into the his and her hunt is what we like to call it around here. Which every Saturday we go to our LCS, obviously, and we usually have a budget for that day. We split down the middle, half each.
His and hers. This time I
his
have
and
very
hers.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have those times where sometimes you have a bigger haul. And then there's
It
times where
varies.
sometimes when I do.
So there's been times where I end up with a lot more than you, and then there's been other times where you end up with a lot more than me. But it just kind of depends on what's there and what we're looking for as well. I'm trying to catch back up with the chat. Yep, still live and got your all open on another tab. Wanted to end the show, but G-Man showed up. That's usually how it goes. G-Man's awesome, though. If you guys don't know Galvin, G-Spot.
G-Spot, Robert Galvin.
He's a really awesome guy, and he does good shows.
Yeah, he's got an awesome show. It's Saturday nights, isn't it? Because I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same day we do our show.
It's like midnight on Saturday, so it's like 11 our time.
Yeah, it's like Saturday night, midnight.
I really do only have like a one-track mind. Like, I'm working on it.
Yeah, and Andy asks, will you be posting to the UK? I believe he's probably talking about the merch. And I think when I was, from your store. Yeah, I think when I was looking at it, I think it did say anywhere in the world. Don't quote me on it quite yet, though. I'll have to double check it, and then I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure. I think it did say anywhere in the world. It should be able to.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I'm gonna design a few of them.
Because you better.
I need to. I mean, we're married with issues. I mean,
you gotta have.
But you know what?
Input, but you don't put any input to the blog. Even when I say, you can just write
Not
it.
to the blog, no.
You can just write it like on a notepad. Just write whatever, and then I'll copy paste it and put it. I'll put it on the blog.
We just work through our issues one panel at a time.
One panel at a time.
One panel at a time. It's a work in progress. I'll get there. At least I'm doing more. And prepping and like I'm showing effort, so that counts.
Yeah, I mean we've even been watching. Oh God, I can't remember his name now, but
hey NYC, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Yo, Kabi.
We gotta get the squad back together. Have a reunion episode.
I know we almost pulled it off recently.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I think
so this one was in our hold, and I don't remember.
I think you did say, honestly, what I think is that a couple days ago, I told you to email them to see which ones were coming out just to be sure. And I think you might have, but then forgot that you did because the variant for one of my books was in the hold and I remember us talking about how we wanted these two things. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you sent them an email and then completely forgot that you sent them an email. That's my theory.
I think you're right. I think I do faintly remember something.
Because for this book,
but yeah, it's the boys one pre-comic book day. No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, well, yeah, I was just gonna say that's the only thing that makes sense is that you emailed them. Because for the one that I got, the variant that I really wanted more over the A cover or the main cover.
The main cover.
Was in the hold, and then it's like last time it was like completely switched around because I even checked back on the new books wall and I saw it there, but they were all the A cover except for the variant that was already in the hold. Whereas last time this book came out, it was vice versa. So I think you did email and forgot.
Okay.
I'm pretty damn sure you
right,
emailed and forgot.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So then, without further ado,
yo, Russ.
Hey, Russ. Good to see you. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy belated birthday. We really wanted to be there, be on the stream too, but we were both working, right? I think that's that's what it was.
It was at like 5 or 6 our time, and we had both worked till about 7 that night.
Yeah.
And actually, that was the night I got stuck on a call, and I didn't get off work till like 7:40.
Yo, yeah, it was closer to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They had to make an exception for the guy. I was really impressed with that last call. I was like, wow, I did better than I thought.
Oh, yeah, and Andy says, thank you for the wrench, by the way. Cool. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I remember, because I had to fix Garrow, how I accidentally banned Garrow.
He does that sometimes.
So I was fixing that.
Yeah.
And then I saw the, who the moderators were, and I heard, whoop, crap. Now that was me banging the table.
In your face.
Damn it.
The table's turn.
And then you just did it.
I know, I dropped the lid to my drink. Oh, goodness gracious. I was about to show a book. And guys, please forgive me. I am like brain dead today. I don't think I got enough sleep.
Yeah, I don't know if it's too much sleep or not enough, but...
Well, and yesterday I wasn't feeling too good, so
No.
it was still like, yeah,
So this one's pretty cool.
yeah.
Detective 627. This Norm Brayfogle cover that is homaging Tech 27, obviously. But this cover is pretty awesome. I had never seen this one before.
It is a pretty awesome cover, and it's like an homage.
Yeah, and
Cover swipe.
I can't really recall Brayfogle doing too much painted covers, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, because a lot of the Brayfogle stuff we have seemed like it was normally, just
Yeah.
kind of regular covers. But
I'm gonna try not to hit the desk. Okay.
I'm trying to think if we have like any Brayfogle
Hey, poor Mike. Thanks for joining us as well. Good to see you.
painted covers.
Yeah, we felt that wrench was pretty well deserved.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Andy's been a supporter for a long time.
I really do like that cover. I'm still trying to find the issue so bad. The detective that I'm looking for is like
Oh, it's I can't remember the numbers now.
four. I can't remember the numbers now either. It's like 569, and then 389 and 355 of Batman is the 355 and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I keep looking, but I haven't been able to find him.
Yeah, poor Mike asked,
Eventually.
didn't he pass this year? Yeah, he did. He did pass, and I think it was this year. I know it was.
I think
It's been a little bit of time, but it was pretty recent. I know. So yeah, I think it was this year. If not, it was like late last year. I think, but
I think it was.
yeah, he did. Unfortunately.
Yep.
He's an awesome artist.
He really was. I'm gonna put this one in a current bag and board because it drives me insane on some of my books. But yeah, this is one that I was actually really thankful that I got the variant, and it was the only variant I saw that was already in the hold. And I've really been loving this series. If you haven't been reading this, I think you should. It's definitely a good read, and I love this variant more than the original cover.
Is
The
that
other cover is still good, but this one I don't know what it is about this cover. I just like this one more than the A cover.
and that is the most recent issue, right? It's 4.
Yes.
Okay, so
Our comeback will be bigger than our setback.
I know. I love how that's on Image Books right now.
This one, I love this cover so, like, reading the story and knowing what's going on is the main part of me loving this cover so much more than the A cover.
Okay.
Cause that's what's, like, the story that I've read so far and how it goes and, like, who she is compared to who she is and everything else.
Yeah.
Like, this cover just spoke to me so much more. So I am actually going to read this.
I don't know
probably
because
right
I've
after
only
the
read
show.
issue 1,
It's so good.
and that was back when it came out, so I don't really remember it.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
Yeah, poor Mike asked if our drawer boxes back here.
Yeah, they're all short.
Are equal to short boxes. Yeah, they are.
Mm.
Weren't they? And they were pretty much weren't they slightly longer than the regular short boxes we had before, or was it slightly shorter?
It was.
I think it was longer, slightly longer, just a little bit.
I think it was slightly longer, but then I think also it was that a lot of our other short boxes were designer boxes, and sometimes the designer boxes are a little shorter.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is what it was, because we have a few designer boxes now.
Yeah, we got quite a few, yeah.
And when we got the community box where I put in these little dividers, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different AOKs that we're working on getting out here. Well, not getting. Well, it depends on when we find more issues for who we're sending them to.
On. Yeah.
But yeah, we got 4 different predetermined AOKs in the works. So yeah, but yeah, those ones are short boxes. Yeah, Mercy, I've really been liking it. I think it's really good. I've been enjoying it, and it's just, I like this cover.
All right, later, poor Mike. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out. I hope you have a good dinner.
Indeed, I hope you have a good dinner.
All right, I'm stoked on this one because I've been meaning to start working on this series, and it's a miracle that I haven't earlier because I am such a huge fan of just like the classic Universal monsters anyways.
Did he say that it was a pop? Or that Captain America thing that was...
Oh, the thing in the hold?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cap with Mjolnir Diamond Gallery.
Oh, okay.
is what it is. That's why I'm saying, like, I've been waiting for it for a long time.
I just realized I
But
wasn't sure if you actually asked him if because I know we didn't get it today,
no,
but
but
I forgot that yeah.
yeah, it should be, yeah, it's
Brain
on
dead
hold at
today,
our
guys. Brain
LCS.
dead.
But yeah, hopefully I'll get it soon. But um, so yeah, Bernie Wright's in goodness on this one. Tomb of Dracula 43.
Mr. Garrow. So nice to see you in the chat.
Yo, Mr. Garrow,
Always good seeing you guys. You guys, I
Ba-
can't even talk.
back from his banishment. His unintended banishment that I totally didn't mean to do.
Yeah, I hit him upside the head. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I didn't beat
yeah.
him.
Garrow's gonna like this issue of Married with Issues Live. Uh, how we're I don't know if you heard. Yeah, we're fan casting Doctor Doom later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really confused with where you were
I
going
know,
with that.
I know
I'm
that.
like, wait, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I don't know what's going on. And then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I know. Yeah, the fan casting for Dr. Von Doom, and I got three actors in mind.
There's actually quite a few a lot of good ones that we were thinking of.
I think all three of mine were really good potentials.
So this one, more of that Marvel team up. This is Marvel team up 52. So
Mhm.
Spider-Man and Cap. I thought this one was a awesome cover too.
Yeah, you did get a little more than me.
Did I?
Yeah. I didn't get too much. I only got like 4 different books.
All right, we got a couple more of them. As everyone knows, I'm a huge McFarlane fan, so I had to get a couple
Yes.
more of the McFarlane ASMs that I didn't have. So here's
Which
302.
McFarlane, if you are a McFarlane fan, there is a, let's see.
Oh, the documentary.
Yes, the documentary that's on YouTube. It was originally aired on Sci-Fi. But
It's probably like on Sci-Fi's YouTube channel, I bet.
I think so. I was just trying to find the name of it because if you're a Tom
It's
McFarlane fan,
called like Hell I Won't.
yeah, Todd McFarlane, like Hell I Won't. And it was on Sci-Fi Wire, but it's like 40 to 43 minutes, and it's like that one right there.
Yeah, it might be a little
Is that
hard
the
to
right
see.
one? Yeah, it's where my thumb is, right there.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, it's
There.
called like Hell I Won't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
really
gonna
want
watch
to watch
that later, but just in case you didn't know, there was a thing with like Hell I Won't.
And
Todd
he
McFarlane.
and even if you're a hater of him, you have to appreciate his story, kind of, you know.
I know he was told no so many times.
Like he had like
so many
over
times.
200 rejection letters,
Yeah,
and
I
then
know.
then he and then he goes on to become
The first,
one of the most influential artists of the modern era.
but not only that, but like one of the first indie titles to get to 300.
He is the first.
Yeah,
That's why it's the world-breaking one.
I've noticed that indie titles are more often shorter. They're not
Yeah.
like on like some of them are still ongoing, but they're a little shorter. Yeah.
Oh yes, Puff finally made it off air.
I know we were like because you went on at like 1 and we met. I was watching at the beginning because it was before we had left to go out and do what we needed to do, and yeah. So I was like, you guys are still going after 4 hours? Like, that's
Yeah, Andy said, Tomb of Dracula is awesome. I've just started looking for them along with Werewolf by Night and some other horror titles. Yeah, really similar with me too. And it's kind of funny because you would think with how big of a horror fan I've been, my whole life. Like I grew up on all that classical horror stuff, but
yeah.
you would think I would have a lot more by this point, which I did in my original collection when I was a kid and stuff. But yeah, what we were saying about McFarlane, yeah, I mean, even if you're a hater of him, his story is pretty damn inspiring, or at least it should
I
be.
agree.
Yeah.
He was told no so many times, and he's just like, you know what? If I can't get anyone else to do it, I'll do it myself. And
Yeah.
he's an entrepreneur, and I mean, his Todd Toys figures
Yeah,
are all
it-
top of the line.
Yeah, it's
and
McFarlane Toys
yeah.
now, but yeah, originally it was Todd Toys with that first Spawn toy they put out, but yeah,
Oh,
everything he's
Super
done with
Us.
the figures, right? Super Us.
You're s-
I can relate as well, actually.
I
I'm just
kinda
lucky
can't
the best one didn't. So here's the
We're
other
special,
McFarlane
kinda
one.
special.
So 304 was the other one.
I don't, yeah, because I was like, you got so many more books to show that I'm trying to like kind of pace mine because I really only have
Was
three
it?
more,
Well,
and you still got like,
to be fair, you did have a anniversary $10 one, and oh, that was perfect timing actually, because then the newest Spawn right here, 308.
anniversary. Oh, I know what you're. Oh, okay. For that really went over my head for a second.
See, and my LCS actually put two different covers, but I just got this one for now. Which I don't know if this one's the variant or if the other one was the variant. So I'm not sure. I haven't even been reading the newer Spawns because I've been catching up reading it like in the hardcovers and.
Yes. I just was thinking to myself for a second that this is an issue that didn't come out this past week, but it was somehow missed on a series that I am reading. And it wasn't until I got the one that came out last week that I noticed I was missing this one. So I had to get it, and I'm really glad that it was in the hold, but I just realized that this cover looks familiar, and I hope that it is 20 that I'm missing and not 21.
You know what I just noticed?
Hmm.
I forgot to plug in the Ethernet. So we're actually on Wi-Fi right now.
How are we even still alive? Spawn was waiting for that one. That's the A cover. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
A
that's
cover.
the A cover.
But yeah, it was Books and Magic because I really love all of the Sandman Universe books. They're so good. The story is just so incredible. And I noticed that I was missing one. So I think this one came out a couple weeks ago. But
Because that one wrapped, didn't it?
it's not wrapped yet. The one that did wrap was The Dreaming. And The Dreaming is coming out with a new series that I want to read, but I can't find it anywhere.
Well, it probably hasn't come out yet, though.
I need to look into it.
Maybe.
It may not have. But no, what I realized though is I'm not sure if it was 20 I was missing or if it was 21 I was missing.
Oh, shoot.
Or was it 9? Because
No, I think it was 20.
I hope it was.
It was 20 or 21. I know it wasn't 19, but I'm pretty sure it's 20.
I'm pretty sure it's 22.
And
but
it's 21 you had, if I remember right.
I hope so, because it's just that this cover looks a little familiar, but it could be just from the previews.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll find out after the show, but I'm pretty sure it's the one I missed. So yeah, I'm super stoked for that one because it's going to be within my next top to read books that I plan on reading after the show.
Yeah, what I've been reading this week, I'm gonna get into later. It's my pressing issues actually for this week.
Yes.
So number 2 of this series finally dropped. I haven't read number 1 yet, but
Almost knocked my phone off.
I really want to though because it's by one of my favorite writers, Jerry Duggan. But here's Cable number 2. So there was yeah, granted the pandemic and everything going on, but there was a long break between 1 and 2, even considering the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like comic books have been coming back out for a while. Well, a little while now.
Oh, a little while, but they're all over the place now. Because it's
It
like the
is.
ones that were supposed to come out, we don't know when they're coming out. And it's just like I fell behind because they quit doing new books for like, what, a month? 2 months?
It was over a month, maybe not quite 2, maybe a month and a
was
half, 2
something.
months. Yeah, it was a little while. Yeah. And then on top of, whatever the hell, DC's doing, doing their own thing.
And then there was
So-
one that I found today, but we couldn't get it today, so we put it in the hold. But it's the first cameo appearance
Oh, of Cable. Yeah,
Of
we
Cable.
found New Mutants. I think it's
for a
80.
really good price. It was a really good price.
Yeah, for
and
how
it was
clean
in
it
really
is.
good condition. That I'm like, we
Yeah.
gotta put this in the hold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
So,
which
we
I need
can't
to
wait
get
to
his
show you
first
that one.
appearance again
Yeah.
because we had it at one point, but I need to get it again.
Cameo appearance counts too.
It's an awesome cover too. The one that his
It really
cameo
is. Yeah, it is a way awesome cover.
I love this
Have
cover
you ever
by
seen Red Preacher? That series, I think you like. I can't remember if you've mentioned it before. I would be willing to bet I would like Preacher, and I think I
Yeah.
do need to get into it. I think it's because there isn't there like a Preacher show,
Mhm.
and it's based off of because I think it might be one that my mom's told me to get into.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, your mom watches it.
Because I know the boys and Umbrella Academy and like Sense8. She always refers me so many good shows to watch on Netflix.
Well, actually,
And
The Boys and Preacher is by the same guy,
yeah,
and another series by that guy,
Mhm.
definitive series. I've
Yeah.
been wanting you to read
These-
the Punisher run we have. Garth Ennis.
I know. I am in the works of starting to
I
read that
know.
one here too.
I know
soon,
it's a lot
but
because I mean it's like 6 or 7 complete collection size
is
trades.
Preacher? Jesus, I can't even talk. Is Preacher is it currently an ongoing or is
I
it
don't think
just
it's
like
still
a
going. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it is. If it is, I think either.
the show's messed up but awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's how
it's
yeah.
pretty like dark humor. I think I've kind of seen some stuff.
I'm pretty sure we would.
But
like
yeah,
it.
to answer your question, I've never read it, but it's another one of those series that I wanted to
Yeah.
eventually get into.
And I usually love reading trades and getting trade paperbacks anyways. So yeah, I'll more than likely pick it up and get it one of these times because I've heard good things.
Yeah,
But yeah, that is one that I am definitely interested in picking up.
yeah, and the boys too.
Yeah,
like I
Boys.
said last week, how our
Yeah.
LCS had that
Well,
full trade run for like
it's like how Carlito was saying the Old Guard was so good, and we really had full
Yeah.
intentions of watching it before today's show, but it didn't work out. But he was even showing he had tagged me in getting a trade that was even hard to find of the Old Guard,
yeah.
and how he was like after we watched the movie, he was just mad at himself for not getting the books as they were coming out when his LCS was like, "Hey man, you're gonna really love this series. You should get it."
His LCS had been like recommending it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he didn't get it. But we still need to watch the Old Guards because that one I want to see. Hey, Southern Comic Geek, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Hey, hope you're having a good Saturday. Well, speaking of which, I was looking at our LCS, and there was an Old Guard, number 1 and number 3, but it was Old Guard, and then it had like a subtitle. I can't remember what it was, but so I don't think it was like the main.
Probably not the main, but
I can't remember what the
next to.
subtitle was, but yeah. So I haven't started reading this
Are
series
you
yet.
really
but,
over 9,000? Yeah,
Darth
Super
Vader
Russ is
number
the
3.
best. Super Russ is amazing.
Yeah, he is. Love Russ. Yeah, I love this cover by Lee In Hyuk. I can never pronounce that. I don't know if I'm butchering that.
I thought
Sorry
you
if
were
I
gonna
am,
say-
but
I thought you were gonna say that other name that I can't pronounce.
there's a couple names that's hard to pronounce coming up
so
in
many
our
names.
in
Mhm.
our
Yeah, in
Doom
like all
fancast.
3 of my fan casts, you'll realize I really don't know how to talk.
Yeah, we're gonna be butchering some names on that one.
Yeah. This one I'm super stoked for because it's still in the Sandman universe, and I mean John Constantine can't get better than that. So, I got issue 8 that came out, and I'm super stoked to read this one.
God, that's up to issue 8 already.
Yeah. Hellblazer has been so good. Like, all these Sandman book titles have been so good. I mean, House of Whispers is the one that I probably like the least, but there's been times
was
where
still
I'm
good.
reading all of them, and out of all 4 or 5 titles I've read, House of Whispers was my favorite. You know, so like each time I read whichever new one comes out, it varies as to which one would be my favorite for that week, depending on what happened in the book. But it's like how it's like kind of connected. It's all in the same universe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super stoked for Hellblazer. John
Yeah.
Constantine.
Yeah, since
Goodness.
I'm very slowly, admittedly, but reading the original Sandman
Yes.
run in trade. Since I'm doing that, when I'm done, eventually I want to obviously get into these Sandman universe books, but that's kind of daunting, you know, like because it was what 4 or 5 series. They're all 20 issues in. That's like 100 books right there.
It's a really good story though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I'm
worth
sure
getting
I'll
into.
eventually get to it, but
Yeah, you'll have to.
yeah, Kobe said read the first 2 of the Greg Pak run of the Darth Vader series and liked those. Yeah, I started reading the because I have the Omni to the I think it was Kieran Gillen run,
I think you do. Yeah.
and I've read the first couple issues in that Omni, and it's really good so far. But it's from the older stuff too, though, so I've kind of been, you know, I don't want to read too much of it since I'm also reading. Like the current Star Wars, the main Star Wars. We've been getting the Bounty Hunters one I haven't started that one yet though.
So many books, not
And the
enough
Darth
time.
Vader one, yeah. I know. So many books, so little time. That's the main thing. Is so little time.
Don't mind me. I'm just putting tape on the back.
If we could do this full time, then we might have still
This
not
is
enough time. But
this is why this is exactly why I am ready to retire. Just have a fixed income, receive my social security, receive my entire retirement, my 401k. You know what I'm going to do when I retire? I'm going to go to different cons. I'm going to go to the comic book store. I'm just going to hang out and read comics all the time
read
and play video games.
read comics, play video games, and podcasts.
Yeah, we'll still be yeah. That's what I really want to do because it would be so awesome to like kind of travel across the country, you know, and just go to different cons in each state.
Oh, I'd love that.
Go to the comic book store. I mean,
There's
hopefully I have a good enough 401k
Right.
that I will be able to support that habit. I mean, it'd be a fixed income, but I would make it budgeted in. I'd make sure I wouldn't have any other bills and I owned my house out and everything.
Well, yeah. There's X-Men 10. Looks like it's the Empire tie-in.
Oh, just checked. Preacher is 4 seasons developed by Seth Rogen's finished now, and it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, Seth Rogen did. He developed it.
Seth Rogen's pretty
He was
funny.
behind it. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, he's a comic guy. I mean, like how he was in Green Hornet,
Yeah.
even though not the best movie. I mean, it's funny. It has its moments, but yeah, I mean, him. That's when I found out how he was kind of like a comic guy and stuff. And actually, his friend Jay Baruchel, who he was in This Is the End,
Yeah.
actually writes comics. And I think he recently did his first Marvel.
This Is the End was so funny.
Story. I know that one was hilarious.
It was pretty funny. If you haven't seen This Is the End, you should maybe see it once. It's one of those ones that you should at least watch once.
Is this?
What are you? Is it what?
It almost looks like Scotty Young, but I don't think it is. That doesn't. So it's X-Men.
Yeah, I don't think it is Scotty Young, but it looks like it.
I know,
Similar.
right?
Yeah.
It's so it's that 4X series, X-Men and Fantastic Four #3. I had to have my LCS order it because I somehow missed it back when it came out.
Yes.
But it looks like Scotty Young at first impression, but I don't think it is.
First impression or impression.
At first impression, well, first glance, whatever
First
you want to call it.
And then this one, I had to get out because it was my choice. We already got this book, but it's a different cover, and I had to get this one because it's Jim Lee goodness, and it even has Man-Bat, Two-Face, Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul, Riddler, Ivy, Joker. Goodness gracious. Isn't this just a badass cover of like all the villains lined up?
I know. I'm stoked.
I think I missed one.
I don't think you said Catwoman.
I didn't say Catwoman. Jesus, what is wrong with me? Yeah, see her.
Yeah, what?
But-
And she's in her Feline Fury's outfit.
1970s. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
there's Catwoman. Yeah, see, and then Catwoman right there. It just threw me off. But
Yeah,
I
because
had
she
to get
wasn't.
this
Yeah,
one.
she wasn't. She didn't have that outfit long. And yeah, it was in like the 70s, I think. And
Yeah, so I had to get this one because I'm still super stoked to read this one. I love just all the villains. I mean, look at that Jim Lee goodness. It's goodness.
I'm stoked. So
Like
the
all the
other
villains?
Joker anniversary cover we ended up with, I'm glad, was the Lee Bermejo one.
See, it's got Man-Bat and Two-Face
And I'll
and
say
Scarecrow.
that the Lee Bermejo Joker, especially on that cover, looks so much. I've said for a long time, I've always said Willem Dafoe for the Joker.
Like that one picture I sent you?
That Joker looks like a lot like him.
So, if we're getting into fan casting, I'm going to have to... It is a
Which
really
we are
awesome
getting
cover.
here soon. Was that your last book?
Yeah, that was the last one. I really don't know if it's still saved. It might not be. But it was...
What is it?
hold
It's
on.
like a fan casting, you said?
It's similar to, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, speaking of Willem Dafoe as the Joker, I came across this, and I couldn't agree with it more. It's the Joker and Harley we deserve but never got. Like those two would be so perfect. I don't know if you can like see it, or how well you can see it. Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm like,
But yeah, it's Willem Dafoe and what was her name? Fairuza Balk or something like that?
I think so. I know she was in The Craft, and I know she was in
Waterboy.
Waterboy, and she's a good actress. I haven't seen her in
I
anything
know.
recently.
Like, where did she
But-
go? Like, she's yeah, I haven't seen her in anything for a long time.
Sometimes they just disappear, man. But yeah, like I think she would make a killer. Like, although I must admit, Margaret Robbie did a really good
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
She did a really good Harley Quinn, but I think she could pull off more of the crazy.
I think Fairuza Balk would be good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she'd be a good one.
Gotta fix this now. I kind of ruined it. All right, there. That's good.
Let's see, was that before? Okay, so yeah, it looks like we will do the fan cast. Well,
Wait,
either that.
don't mind me.
Well, yeah.
Just losing my chair. Hey, Matt. Good to see you.
Yo, what's going on, brother?
I've seen her on Instagram at though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Forget
Forgot her
to
link, like her name.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
yeah.
didn't mean to fall back, but my foot was falling asleep.
So
and
yeah,
then
fan
transferable.
casting, Doctor
Yes.
Doom.
Fan casting Dr. Doom. I got 3 that I just am not going to be able to pronounce. But my first one, I can actually, yeah, there is one I can pronounce. Carl Urban.
Which is
I
one
think.
that I always kind of think of as like as Batman. He's been my choice for Batman. Maybe not my top choice for Batman, but definitely one of them.
I think he could be a good
But I think he kind of could.
Victor Von Doom.
The thing I worry
'Cause-
with him though is like he's an amazing actor, and I bet he probably can pull it off because he kind of had somewhat of an accent that he would probably use for Doom, kind of close in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So initially, that's what I was worried about, is like maybe his accent, but I don't know. I think he could.
I gotta say, I watched the beginning intro of Comic Stories before the show, but then we just hopped on the show, so I didn't see it all. But I'm totally gonna go and catch the rest of the replay. I agree with you, Stay Puff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt was just messaging you, and I was like, wait, they should be live right now. I'm glad you made it too. I am so stoked for what's going your way. You'll see.
They're okay. So when I think of fan casting Doctor Doom, what we're doing, and this is fan casting Doctor Doom specifically for the MCU.
Yes. So my first pick is Carl Urban. I think he might be able to pull it off.
So when I think of someone playing Doctor Doom, I initially go to this actor that damn near did play him in a Doctor Doom solo movie a little while back with that they tried getting off the ground. And I would still love to see him, but the way that I would want Doom done in the MCU is he would be a little bit younger, and I want to see his origin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of don't want him like a thing like he's been around all along, but like in the multiverse somewhere else. I
Right.
kind of don't really want to see that. I kind of want to see his origin, but so
Are
you kind
gonna,
of need
like,
a
spit
younger
out
one.
then-
I'm getting there, but so you kind of need like a younger one in the Doctor Doom I want to see. But and the thing is, he's also been in the MCU already though,
Yeah.
as a villain. Not the best one, but Mads Mikkelsen.
I could be tripping,
He-
but I feel
he
like that
almost
just
played
took
him.
so long for you to say the name.
It probably did.
That's why I'm like, oh, I love
I was
you.
building it up.
I love you so much. You are hyping it up,
Yeah.
giving it some hype, man.
But yeah,
No,
Mads
that is a
Mads
good choice.
Mikkelsen.
That is actually a really good choice though, because I am terrible with names and faces, but once you showed me the picture of him, I'm like, yeah, he could actually be pretty good. Could be perfect for it.
Yeah, but like I was saying, for the MCU though, you know, he would need to be a little bit younger. So I think he'd be perfect for like a Doctor Doom solo movie. You know,
He
just
did,
kind of one-shot movie.
I agree with you 100%, Andy. Awesome actor. He did well as Dr. McCoy in the Star Trek movies. He really did. I love when
He did.
he keeps giving Chris Pine all these shots to get him to be able to go on the plane. He's like, would you stop doing
I know
that?
he's all quit poking me.
I that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I love Star Trek.
someone who's I can, not only can I not pronounce his name, I can't even really remember it, but there's someone that's in the running, like in the lead
Yeah.
in the running to play him. I don't know if it's like with Marvel Studios or just like with fans, but
Right.
it's a guy from Game of Thrones, but not the one that plays Winter. Not him, but I we haven't even seen Game of Thrones, so I don't even know who even plays in it. But
Matt agrees that he wants a Doom story to be built from the origin and up. We need to see him in a lot more films. I agree.
in a lot of films, yeah,
I
for
definitely agree.
sure.
Especially after reading Books of Doom.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
after I
yeah,
read
she
Books
finally
of
read it.
Doom, I was like, oh my goodness gracious.
I mean,
There's the
with Doctor Doom being one of my favorite characters, Books of Doom is one of my favorite books of all time that I've read.
yeah.
I, I mean, I've read so many good books. I don't want to say the, like the one, but it's definitely one of my favorite books of all time I've read.
And then another one of mine,
Um,
my second one that I think could be good.
this one's good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix,
Joaquin Phoenix.
and yeah, and he's hot right now off the Joker, So
I think he would be really good. He has like just that stern, like
I think he would be so good in that.
I think he would kill it. I think he would do so good at it. So I'm like, and he could even probably pull off the accent because
Oh,
you walk the line.
I know.
would be so
He
good.
crushed. Holy cow. Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
I couldn't even think of his name at first.
I know. Walk the line, but yeah,
And
it was.
and how him and Reese Witherspoon sung themselves in it, and they sounded just like him. Like it was. I love that movie. That's one of my favorite
I
movies.
think he could pull it off very well. I think Joaquin Phoenix would do really good
Mm-hmm.
as well. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Hey Sharon, aggressively relaxing.
hey, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, Andy stole it right there. Yeah, Cillian Murphy would be good. I was gonna say he's high up
Yeah,
on
he
the
would
running
be.
right now, and Cillian Murphy would be good, and he also fits that younger look, the kind of younger, the younger that I was thinking of.
Oops.
Cillian Murphy was gonna be one of mine as well.
I didn't have the chat up because I was looking at the fan casting and then I accidentally exited out of it altogether, but I got it back up.
You're good.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us though. But yeah, no, that would be a good one too. And those are my first two. I think would do really good as Victor Von Doom. I think they'd be able to pull it off.
And then there's another one. I can't remember his name though, but he was the one.
Johnny Cash is incredible.
He was wasn't he like the king or something in A Knight's Tale?
Didn't you write it down?
I did, but I couldn't find my notes. So yeah, a lot of this stuff.
It was that dude. It was this one right here.
Uh,
And then it was also this one.
yeah, yeah. What's his name?
I
No,
don't know.
no, that. Okay, so that one was Mads Mikkelsen. That one I can't remember his name. Hell, yeah, I think is.
What is his name?
Ooh, Matt throws out a good name. What about Michael Fassbender?
Ooh.
That's a good one. I think I've seen his name kind of mentioned before
I can't think of his name.
with it. Yeah, Fassbender would be good.
I thought it would like pop up, but it didn't.
He was such a good Magneto too.
Yeah, but I don't know what his name was.
I know, I can't think of his actor. Like if you click on the picture and then the link, like visit,
Learn more.
it would probably go into the
It
article.
goes to Pinterest. Pinterest. I can't say that word.
I remember you had another one too.
I did. I had one other one. I'm trying to multitask. See, this is why I should really work on my multitasking skills. You can try and find out his name. You can Google that real quick. But the one other one that I know would be definitely able to pull off the accent is just he could probably be a little more thick because he is kind of more of like the scrawny one, and I kind of see Victor Von Doom as like kind of like not necessarily buff, but like just kind of like bigger built.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing with this one on my fan casting. But I think Alexander Skyguard. Sigard.
Yeah, Sarsgaard or Skarsgård.
Starsguard. Yeah. Or otherwise known as, what's his name in True Blood? What was his
Oh,
name?
he was in that.
Wasn't it like, wow, I can't think of his name.
Hell, it's been a while since True Blood, so I
True
kind of.
Blood was so good.
I
True
can't
Blood
remember.
was real. I really love True Blood, but he was oh god, it's like a tip on my tongue. And I think Alexander Skarsgård, I can't say words, would be good. Okay, now I have the chat back
I
up.
started seeing this guy's name thrown around with it. Luke Evans.
Luke Evans would be good.
I think he would be good. He's a really good actor. He looks the part.
What about Michael Fassbender?
Yeah, I read that and talked about him.
That's what I thought. Again, Brain Dead, guys. I don't think I got enough sleep. Or I got too much.
Yeah, it's that weird part where it's either not enough or too much.
But it's also been a very long week, and I am still kind of tired, so I think it would not enough. Because like it's rare that I toss and turn in my sleep, but I was like kind of tossing and turning last night that maybe
See,
I didn't get as much sleep as
I've
I
even
needed.
seen some people throw out Dan Stevens, who played Legion on the FX series Legion.
That one would be good too.
Uh,
His name is Rufus as well, from A Knight's Tale.
right, yeah, that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good too. Those are like my top three. I think that
I think this one would be good. This Gaspard Ulliel. I think it'd be cool someone like that that's not really well known too.
That's
You know?
yeah.
Like
That's what I was thinking when I thought of. I just forgot his
but
name.
it has to be one of those undiscovered diamond in the roughs. Like you know what I mean? Like an actor that's just so good but hasn't been
Well, that's like
established yet, you know?
well, and that's kind of
Like-
what I thought with because like, even with Carl Urban, you don't see him in too much. Like yeah, he's well known, but he
He's
hasn't
been in a lot of stuff,
he's-
but he's not like the biggest.
Yeah, and he hasn't. I haven't recalled seeing him in anything recent.
Well, he's been in The Boys lately, and
He hasn't been in The Boys? Yeah,
Yeah,
because we
he's
still
in
need
The
to watch
Boys.
The Boys. Maybe that's why I didn't know that.
yeah, he's in that. He was in both Reds, wasn't he, or just the first one?
I think just the first one.
'Cause I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think he was in the second one.
I think it was just the first one. You're right.
See, and this is the Game of Thrones guy.
Show them
that-
too.
No, I
They
was
need-
going to, but I'm showing you first.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, see, we work
this
through our
guy-
panels one panel at a time. We work through our issues one panel at a time.
Yeah, that guy right there.
One
So I don't know his
panel.
name. It looks like it's. I'll try and get it, but
I can't. I think his name was like Eric in
Who?
True Blood. Alexander. I think he was Eric.
oh,
Yeah, because there was Bill Compton, and it was like Eric something. I think he would be good, but I also think Joaquin Phoenix would do really good.
oh my hell! This thing, it's on Sci-Fi. I almost didn't want to credit them, but they're fan casting Stephen Merchant as Mr. Fantastic. Why? Because he's like 7'4". Remember how tall he is?
Yeah, he's really tall.
He's so tall, but he's not. He's hilarious. He's an awesome comedian, actor.
Yep.
Super tall, but no, he is not. No, not for Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, those are just my top three ones that I think would do good.
Oh,
Right,
it's
We'll
Nikolai
find out.
Nikolaj or Nikolai. I mean, you would think Nikolai, but it ends with a J. Is that still pronounced Nikolai? If it ends with a J?
It could be. The J could be silent.
Could be, yeah. I'll just say Nikolai Coster Waldau.
I am too.
Of what?
So out of touch with who is popular right now. I live under a rock, yeah.
I kind of am too.
Yeah, we do too. Cause I try to pay attention to certain stuff, but then at the same time, the more I try, the less I do. So I tend to be really oblivious to a lot of things, but
All right, this next question is kind of a two-parter. Like, how do you think he'll be introduced to the MCU, and like, how would you like to see him introduced to the MCU?
that I don't know.
Because there's been a couple rumors that there has been rumors that he might appear in he might first
Ooh.
appear in Black Panther 2.
I agree with you there. John Mulaney for Mr. Fantastic.
John Mulaney.
I agree.
Is he the comedian?
It's like in my head, but I can't explain it.
Because I know there's a stand-up comedian with the last name
Mulaney.
Mulaney.
Mulaney. It could be.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. For Mr. Fantastic, it's a little hard to get past. Oh hell, the guy from The Office, the one that everyone. Oh, it almost. I mean, I can't
Don't
think of
look
his
at
name
me.
right now.
You're like, that was like the equivalent of being lost and driving your car trying to find an address, and you fucking turn down the stereo so you can see better. Just don't look at me. I can't think of it right now. Oh goodness gracious!
Ah,
How are we even still alive? John Grunsky. Ooh,
John Krasinski, yeah, and his wife Emily
Krasinski.
Blunt, yeah,
I
yeah,
actually do like Emily Blunt.
yeah. John Mulaney, yeah, he is that comedian I'm thinking of. Yeah, he could play him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he actually wouldn't be bad, but yeah, it's hard to see past Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I really hope it's those two. But it gets hard when you start.
It's okay. We
thinking
read it right.
for the thing.
Mm-hmm. No.
But yeah, that's a totally different episode.
There's this trick I do where it's not really a trick, but I forget how to spell words. So I'll do like the speak to talk text, and sometimes it works. Other times it'll just pull up something completely random, and I'm like, I know I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah.
Yeah, it throws out. I got nothing. Like I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm always calling him my editor, because it's like I'll be trying to figure out how I'm gonna try and say something, or like I'll just ask it. I ask you so many times, how do you spell this?
I know. Trust me. Every
Instagram
post, every
not
text
everyone,
message,
not everyone.
Pretty much everyone.
I just often ask him how to spell words because I want to spell them right.
It is good that you do ask me sometimes though, because sometimes I'm like, no, don't send that, because maybe it can be like read wrong, or
I just need to work on my punctuations and commas and stuff, and like sentences and paragraphs, that's what I need to work on, because other than that, my grammar, I know the difference between pair and break and your and your. I know some of them, but other of them, and how often does it happen that I do spell it right, and I'm just like, it just doesn't look right.
It's most of the time it's right, yeah.
Yeah, that happens too.
And how you always ask me to spell something for you, and I'm like, just use your speak to text, like you have that.
It works. I do use it. He is a stand-up comedian. He was also in Spider-Ham and Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it was that John Mulaney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was who I was thinking of.
Anywho.
So up next, so for my pressing issues this week, what I've been reading this week is the Tinian run on Batman. And remember, we were on book club with John and White Whale for Tinian's first issue. And all of us pretty much had the same kind of same feeling coming from that first issue, where we were kind of all expecting more. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it was just kind of,
Yeah.
But I haven't really looked around too much to kind of see what, the general reaction is to his run so far, but
All I know is I need to read it, because
you do.
You usually take longer to read through books, and the ones that you were reading, you were just flying through. And I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. I need to read those, which they are going to be on my to reads, because I don't really have too much. Well, actually, I do have a thick pile. It's not too big, but it's definitely going to be picked up here soon.
Yeah, I just got through the Dark Designs story arc, and I read some of the lead-ins to the Joker War. I don't think I read Joker War Part 1, though. I think
Batman is killing it at the moment.
I read up through 94.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me when he was reading them, was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Hey, Carlito.
Yeah, Andy Looks like he likes it as well.
Good
Yo,
to see you.
Carlito.
We meant to watch our old guard. Sorry, excuse me as I hiccup. We meant to watch old guard last night and it didn't happen, but we're gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, and then if we do get it watched tonight, we will probably jump on
Tomorrow. For a
yeah
little bit.
a special live stream tomorrow
Yes.
and talk about it. But yeah, that's if we get it watched tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so the Batman run right now with Tinian, it's so good.
It's been really good.
And
Actually, I would know. I need to read it, but I just
from what you've heard.
daydreaming there for a second. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, I love the art on it too. Gilch has been doing the interiors on it, and the interiors have been incredible. I've never seen Bat like, and I'm trying not to spoil. Like I don't want to spoil it for anybody watching or listening either, but especially you too, because like I said, some big stuff happens, but I've just never seen Batman this low, almost. Like
I'm gonna have to read it. I plan on reading
with
it.
the odds stacked so much against him, kind of thing. Yeah, it's.
I'm definitely gonna have to read it. I do plan on reading it, so it's just a matter of time. Cause I really don't like. It'll probably be one of the next 10 that I read.
Mm-hmm.
But we do still have to go to the grocery store, and I'm getting hungry.
No, I know. Yeah, we're.
Not to be sidetracked, but no, seeing how fast you were flying through them is like was what is telling me like, yeah, I definitely have to read these. Because when I do that, like with Daredevil, where it's like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I read it so fast because it was just so intense, and I wanted to turn the page and see the next thing and what was going to happen, what was going on. Like, you went through those so fast, and that's probably the fastest I've ever seen you go through them, because you're usually more focused on like actually looking at
The
like
art.
everything.
Yeah.
And it just like you were flying through them, and you were even saying out loud like, what, holy, what, you're like,
Yeah,
you're,
like shyly, like no way, like
Yeah.
oh my god.
yeah, like okay, I'm gonna definitely have to read these.
And honestly, you know, so this was also me finally reading the Punchline issues as well, and she makes a pretty big impact, like right out of the gate. And one thing I told you,
I'm gonna have to catch up.
I can't remember the issue number off the top of my head, but after I finished one of them, I think it was like 90, it was 92 or 93, somewhere in there. But I was like, wow, this is Batman's Infinity War. Like the ending to Infinity War, the movie.
I don't remember what issue it was, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I do remember you saying that.
At the end of that issue, I had the same feeling I had like
Yeah.
at the end of Infinity War. That's what it reminded me
Just intense, deep, strong emotion of
of loss.
yeah.
But I actually said, this is Batman's Infinity War and Empire Strikes Back.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to read it. Gotta head out. Peace, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, Russ.
All right, later, bro.
We're actually gonna wrap up too because we have to go to the
yeah.
we already went to the comic book store. We have to go to the grocery store and buy groceries and get dinner and eat some food.
Yeah, I did have a bunch of news to get into, but I don't have my notes, and
This always happens.
Fisha doesn't want to.
It's because you plan too much. No, we've been on for like an hour.
I know. Yeah,
Like-
yeah. We'll wrap it up, and especially if we're getting on tomorrow.
It's not that I don't
If we
want
have
to. It's just you go over the top.
Yeah.
You
I-
do.
I do.
You just. I still love you for it, but I mean, you get like so much content that it's like jam packed. But yeah, we can go live tomorrow for a little bit to discuss it more and actually touch base with it, because I know you want to. And hey, maybe we do it as an open invite.
Yeah, like just
I
hang
wouldn't
out
mind
and chat.
having more people.
I
on
know
with us,
we
so-
almost popped on Friday, Friday night fire chats, and,
What time
which we
tomorrow?
might start doing maybe.
Because I don't work tomorrow. So what time were you thinking tomorrow?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought
Maybe,
of time.
maybe the
but
same time 4.
Yeah, probably.
Or it could work.
That would probably kind of be easiest since it's.
Or maybe like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Our time. mountain. I'm not sure
'Cause-
what that would be in England.
Because the
but-
only thing I do know is I'm gonna probably do laundry at my mom's tomorrow when I go grab meds, and that can take about 2 hours.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, we could probably still make it work for around 5.
Yeah, let's just say
Yeah,
let's just say 5 mountain.
yeah,
and
probably
and then
about 5 mountain.
And then just kind of keep an eye on Instagram if
Yeah,
we where we always like update if we're like running late or
Yeah.
if we have to if we're
we'll
canceling.
try and give you a warning or a heads up. But if not,
I'll probably set up a stream, set up a thing.
What time did we start tonight's show? Your time was 4. It was like 4:07 because right now it's 5:10.
Yeah.
Mountain.
Yeah,
Central time, Mountain time?
our start time that we shoot for every Saturday is 4 mountain.
Mm. Now I
Yeah.
have to put my shoes back on.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks everyone in live
Yes.
chat. Thanks everyone if you're listening this later in podcast format. We do the show
Much
live
love.
every Saturday,
Yes.
3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. youtube.com/c/marriedwithissues, and then we upload it on podcast the following day on Sundays.
Yes, and much love to the IG comic community and YouTube community.
For,
You are all so awesome. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in to our Married with Issues as we work through our issues one panel at a time discussion. So great seeing you guys. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and we'll try and give a heads up when we go live tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll try and give at least an hour or 2 heads up.
Yeah. All right. We love you guys.
Be kind to one another. Live long and prosper.
May all your issues come true.
Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. Live long and prosper.